Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Tuesday after Labor Day. What is today, the 4th? Holy moly, can't believe it. September is here. Most kids are back in school, and so here we are. So excited to be with our team today. We know some of you cannot be on live with us, but we're super excited to see this crew. You guys remember, before we get off, I want to take a picture of all of us. So, yes. It's okay. You come as you are to our meetings. That's what's so great.
Okay, smile. Everybody, do it right now.
I'm in my pajamas.
Okay, one.
Gotcha.
Smile one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so today we are going to talk about following up with clients, how to encourage and help them. I'm going to hit that in just a second. We're all going to kind of pitch in and share ideas about that. But before I go to that, before we started recording, we were talking about a number of things. But one thing I want to encourage you all to look into is the 2B Mindset certification. That's what we were talking about. Tracy here on our team, we are so blessed to have everybody on our team. Tracy is such a great addition to our team. She is a nutritionist, certified nutritionist. So she comes to our team with so much incredible knowledge. And so you're going to be seeing more of her leading some calls about nutrition because it's super motivating and exciting to hear her talk, and it encourages us on this journey. But one of the things we were just talking about is how powerful 2B Mindset is. It's been the biggest launch that Beachbody has had, and it just offers people realistic, practical tools for living a healthy life with nutrition. And so we're not going to get into all of 2B Mindset. If you're a new coach, that's something you can talk to your direct upline about. But it is an incredible opportunity to add a certification to your experience as a coach, to what you can speak to as a coach. And that certification is going to really be focusing on the science behind the 2B Mindset nutrition program. So I would highly recommend it. Number of us are doing the certification. Tracy and I happen to be doing the first one on the 18th, so we are excited about that. But I know Erin and Amethyst, and I think Jenna, are you doing it too?
I haven't signed up, but I'm going to. Yeah.
So if you want to do it, great. If you want some more information, talk to your coach about it. I will try to find the link to signing up, but I think you can just go to 2B Mindset and sign up for the certification there. So that is really important. To do if you feel, oh, God bless you, if you feel led to get some more information so that you have that to share with your clients. So secondly, today we're talking about, in a little more detail, about following up with our clients. We know that clients get excited, they reach out to us, we have a good conversation, they sign up, they get started, but we know whenever we're making a change in life that sometimes people fall off and they're not getting the results that they were hoping for right away. And so then they're not sharing with other people and giving referrals because they're not really following the program. And so the question goes, how do we follow up with people? How do we help people to have success? And let's brainstorm together some of the things that we do. One of the things that's been new for me is that I've really, okay, we have 10 minutes, so we're going to make this, to get right to having everybody share. But one of the most powerful things for me that's happened in the last little bit that I've talked to new clients about is, so often I want so badly for people to have success because I've had success. And one of the things that I've learned is it's really important as coaches from the beginning to let people know what our role is and what their role is, and be really clear about it. I did have a client say to me, she's 47, after 2 days, I don't think this works. I haven't lost any weight, and I just don't think it's going to work. And I'm like, okay, let me go back to what we talked about. And so I'm very clear now with clients, like, it's taken you 47 years to get where you are. You have really great habits and you have really bad habits. This is your journey towards living a healthier life. You have to own this. I'm going to be here to cheer you on. I'm going to provide the challenge group. I'm going to provide support. I'm going to provide encouragement. I'm going to help you teach you how to meal plan, but you have to own this journey. You guys, we are only going to be most successful as coaches if from the beginning we tell our clients, I will be here for you, but you have to own the journey. We cannot make people lose weight. We cannot make people show up every day. We cannot make it happen for people. They have to. And I think from the beginning, when we set that standard, then people's expectations are realistic. And then we go into, okay, so people know it's their journey. They join the challenge group. They say yes to us. The follow-up. I will just jump in really quick. What I try to do is message. If I don't see people showing up in the challenge group, I have a number of clients who do not want to be in a challenge group. They're not comfortable with that. So I have different threads of text threads, and I have alerts in my phone that say, okay, 8 o'clock, text this group. And I have that group thread, and I go, hey, everybody, checking in. Did you get your workouts done today? How's your meal planning? I haven't seen your plan. But for those that are in the challenge group, I will definitely do a voice memo once a week is what I do. I'm still trying to figure out the best day. I've been doing it Thursdays, but I'm actually thinking Monday might be a better day, and I just carve out time in my calendar to send those out because then people are getting motivated at the beginning of the week. So, but checking in is really important. But it also can't suck the life out of you and be all that you do every single day. That's why people have to own their own journey. Okay, who else wants to share some ideas? I certainly don't want to hog this whole call. So what's working for you guys? What's working for your clients to help them get results? What's not working?
Anyone? Don't everybody jump in.
Mm-hmm.
I do the same thing. I have a tracker. As I've shared with you guys before, I have a teacher attendance tracking book. And I just across the top, I write down their names down one side, who's in the group. And then across the top, I do a week 1 check-in. Initially I do, did I get their goals? Did I get their pictures? Did I get their measurements? And then I do a week 1 check-in, week 2 check-in, week 3 check-in. And I just make sure, and I don't have it structured necessarily always on the same day, but over the course of that week, I reach out, and I have to make sure that I have reached out to everybody, or if they are appearing regularly in the group, then I'm encouraging them there. I'm not necessarily, if they're on, you can tell someone's on the path or somebody's totally just disappeared. So, and then I also do, and I don't always do this regularly, but I also do a weekly email. I used to do it always on Sunday nights, and I just have in fact, it's in the Dropbox, but just a Sunday night, week 1, week 2, week 3. And of course that was back when we were doing 6-week groups. So, but trying just to follow up to them as a group. And the whole nother call for another day with 5 minutes to go is, what happens when they totally go dark, and how long do you go after them?
Right.
Maybe we should just plan to do that for our call next week.
Yeah.
Because the week after that, we're going to be back from our retreat, and blah, blah, there's going to be a lot of information. So maybe we should just hit that next week, the details of that. I think that's a good idea.
I have a quick question. Do you think that you've noticed a difference in going from 6 weeks to 4 weeks?
Difference in
challenge group
results, or?
Yeah, just results and what people are expecting, or.
It's really hard because this year has been completely different than any other year. In the past years, our groups, we did 6 weeks. That's kind of was our normal meeting place, and that's pretty much where everybody was. Now we've got people in Lift 4. We've got people in 80 Day Obsession. We have people exclusively in 2B Mindset. It's kind of hard. I think I like the 4-week. It gets people started on the journey, but it definitely is not a long-term. You definitely have to work with them at the end of that, roll them into. It does though work nicely generally to roll them into the next group. I find that these groups this year, maybe what you're speaking to, Kim, is we're not building the community like we were, but it's hard because we've got people all over the place. Before everybody was in that same 6-week group.
Mm-hmm.
And now people are kind of spread out all over the place. So we have to really, I think, use other tactics to build community. Go ahead, Tracy.
I'm curious about that because I think once everyone does start at the same time, it does have that momentum that is stronger, which might be like what Kim's alluding to a little bit. And the longer that you are together, the more time to be able to show progress. So I'm wondering, it's like you said, this year was really unique with so many different programs, and it is kind of that bonding moment that everyone's doing exactly the same thing. But maybe once, Shaun T's program's going to come out too, I don't know if they're just planning on bringing everything out again in 2019, but maybe getting back to those challenge groups, and people are doing different workouts. So maybe they're following different nutrition plans, but at least we're all starting together. I don't know.
Well, I do like that. I definitely do like that. I just feel like we just haven't had the momentum. But you know what? Even still in 6-week groups, we had groups, some that just took off.
Yeah.
Some that kind of flopped.
Some that never ever took off.
So
Yeah.
here is, like you said, here is like Jenna, you had asked about this group coming up. I think it's, unless it's it's a launch group, we should just be having one per month. I think that's what, or one group going at a time, I should say.
Yeah.
Because one, as coaches, even for new coaches, it gets overwhelming to have all your hands in all sorts of different pots.
Yeah.
At the same time, we're trying to give people the best experience.
Mhm.
But perhaps we need to revisit the fact that the best experience we can give people is this community that women have been longing for so long, which is how we started, Erin, when you and I started.
And which is why I think everybody's here, because all of you guys felt that in a group.
Right. So, I think what we could do, as we think about coming forward, because there are a number of new programs coming up again, coming up this fall, right? And in the beginning of the new year. So I think something that we should talk about as a team is, do we want to have exclusive launch groups? Or do we want to just say, this is a launch group / challenge group, and if you're doing the launch, I don't know, because, those are the decisions we have to make. Because like Erin said, it was literally one launch after another. There was no breather. Now, I've already mentioned in a leadership group, don't ever do that again. It's super exciting to have all these programs, but I think Beachbody ultimately screws the coach. And we don't even get to wrap our brain around results. We don't get to, they're pushing out this new stuff because they're just keep making all this money with new programs. But we don't even get to do our job comprehensively, because it's a whirlwind of all this new stuff. So that's something that they are talking about and discussing. And, I shared that at a leadership thing, as well as talked to Melanie about it to take to a board meeting. It's just too much. And so, but I look at the fall and I don't necessarily see a whole lot of that changing. So I think as a team, we have to decide how we want to do that. And I'm hearing that we feel like the community, we're losing a bit of the community, which is the whole reason I started this, and Erin and I started this in the first place, that I believe with all my heart, women need a place to come to be encouraged and supported and to have that community.